beautiful disaster. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. What's up? What's up? Good morning to you. Hello, hello. Let's see who we got here in the chat. C Trader, Star, we got Player, we got Javon, we got Petros. Johnny 909 YT, it's your first time here. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. What's up, Rat? Hi Viv, high opportunity awaits. What's up, Bam? Good morning to you. Smokey, welcome back, Smokey. Hi William, good morning. Heroic, what's up? What's up? Hope you're having a great morning. All right, chat, we're gonna get started here. Lots to talk about today. A lot to talk about. So let's start with yesterday. If you were watching the stream yesterday, you know the stream kept crashing and crashing and crashing. Long story short, without being on the topic too much, my computer got attacked. So I had to how do I say this? Basically find the hidden file that was here. Get the file out of here. Revamp everything. So I'm starting fresh. I am a little annoyed. You know how it is when your computer gets attacked. But long story short, we're good to go. We can stream. We can do all the things we need to do. Everything's locked down and secured. And we're back at it. All right. We're back at it. All right. Long story short. So I will say, those of you who get mad and you try to send out things to streamers so they can't stream, or even Topstep last week or 2 weeks ago, they sent out something to Topstep. You get mad because you blow your account, you want to tag a company. It's like, bro, let's just grow up already, you know? Well, let's grow up. Let's not send malicious stuff to people's computers. All right. With that said, hi Amber, good morning. Lawrence, good morning. Muhammad, good morning. So yesterday I was delayed at posting our review yesterday in the education in the server, but I did end up posting a small bite. If you check out the Discord and you go to the main chat, it was my FOMC strategy. So if you want to read that, my FOMC strategy is in the Discord, okay? All right, so that's first things first. Next thing. Yesterday, one of you asked me about my opinion. I think it was Paris. No, it wasn't Paris. It was Rose. Rose asked me my opinion on the 150K accounts versus the 50Ks. And I kind of gave my opinion, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I've never done the 150K, so I don't really have a full accurate opinion. So I thought, why don't we do that on stream? We've done 100K challenges on stream from beginning to end. We've done 550Ks on stream from beginning to end. So why not do 150K and then compare it? And I'm going to give you my real raw opinion on if I think it's worth it, the benefits, the pros and the cons. Sound good? So as you can see, we're not on the pro accounts today. You're going to see we're on a new, fresh 150K. I ended up buying 3 of them. Yeah, they're not free for me, chat. They're not free. But I ended up buying 3 of them. And I said, let me see. Let me experiment something real quick. All right, so that's what we are doing today. All good, chat. Let me get a 3 in the chat, if that makes sense. Let me get a 3 in the chat. Let's see who's listening. Who's here? Hi, Lawrence. Good morning. Muhammad with the fire in the chat. Perception. Great day. I hope you're having a great morning. Good morning to you. I just said a mouthful, huh, chat? I just said a lot. Okay, let's see. What's next on our list? We got to do the analysis. I know that. We got some time. We got 25 minutes till the opening. I think we will start with our daily affirmation and we'll continue our chat. All right. Daily affirmation. Let me get a 111 in the chat. Daily affirmation. And if you missed out yesterday, remember I did update the journals So if you want to re-download those journals, I created some new formulas for you guys so you can figure out what R to R you need and what win rate you need based on the way that you're currently trading to be profitable. Okay, don't forget that. All right, 111 in the chat. Angel numbers. Today is July 31st, 2025. Last day of July, y'all. Isn't that crazy? The summer is flying by. Holy. Let that be a lesson to everybody that life is short. Stop putting things off. Can you guys see that? It's a little too big. Everything happens for a reason. The highs, the lows, the wins, the losses, the people who come in and the ones who leave. None of it is random. Every moment carries a lesson. Every lesson is guiding you closer to your purpose. So when life feels heavy, when you need a pause, sometimes you just need to breathe and remember there's meaning to this. Yes, chat. And I will give you an example that I'm sure everybody here has experienced. Somebody comes into your life and they leave suddenly. Or they come into your life and they do you wrong. And you did that person. You did right by that person. Anybody here ever have somebody do them wrong? Let me get a 2 in the chat if you have somebody here do you wrong that you did nothing to. You did nothing to them. Nothing but good to them. And they kind of did some shady stuff or some messed up stuff. Or they ghosted you out of nowhere. No explanation. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you experienced that. Everybody has experienced something. So with that experience, you have to understand that there's a bigger lesson behind that for you. Some people are in your life for a season and for a reason. Sometimes they're removed because they're not for your greater good. Okay. I don't see any 2s in the chat, so I'm assuming that everybody here has been done right by everybody in their life. Now I see it too. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. I was about to say. Ain't no way. So yeah, just remember that even in the moment, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts when people suddenly leave your life or you go through something. But you have to understand, when you look back, you don't. A lot of times you don't want those people in your life anyway. They're not for your greater good. All right. On that note, that's just a way of thinking. When you go through things, you want to think, what is the greater purpose of this? And I promise you, when you process things like that, it'll really help you accept what's happening. You get what I'm saying, chat? It'll help you accept what's happening, and you will gain some confidence in yourself. You're going to feel stronger because you're going to feel like, I'm me. You know, I don't need that. You know what I mean, chat? Stand within your power. Don't ever let somebody take away your power now. Don't ever. You have value all by yourself. See, a lot of people think that their value stands with being around someone else. But you as an individual have so much value just by yourself. You got to see it. You got to see it that way. All right, let's hop into our daily analysis here on Nasdaq. Remember, patience, discipline, and of course, process over profits, right? That's at the top here. Always, always remember. Now, Nasdaq is at all-time highs. We're at 23,798, hovering around the 800 level. We did get all the way up to 848. How do I feel about it? Well, I'm giving my honest opinion. It is very, very far away from my levels. Whenever price is far away from my levels, it's usually not the time to be trading it. Exhibit A on Monday. On Monday, we were like this far away from my levels. And if you realize what happened Monday, all we did was chop around in the same spot. So I don't know if I'm going to trade today, but we can still use today as a learning lesson to get better, right? That's like 50K. I can make $1 million on a busy day. Okay. sometimes just watching is the play. You don't always trade every day. There are days where we just watch. Today may be one of those days. I don't know. It may do something that we like, but I'm just saying for right now, my levels are here, and I don't have any levels up here yet. There's nowhere where I would put a level yet. So we're going to be in watch mode, chat. We're going to be in watch mode for a little bit. But like I said, we got the opening coming up in 20 minutes, 19 minutes actually. So I am excited to see what happens there. Low volume right now too. I mean, the bodies of these 30-minute candles are 8 points, 10 points. Low volume. But no worries, we're still going to do a lot of education today. We're going to do some risk management, R2R education. We're going to do some strategy. We're going to do a little bit of everything today. The government CEO, good morning to you. Yeah, okay, I'm going to zoom in here. All right, Nasdaq. Although we could check out gold. We can certainly check out gold. Change the color of this. Because gold's been moving this week, huh? Been moving. I have to see what gold has to offer today if it's not going to be Nasdaq. And it is the last day of the month, so, you know, if you want to take off today, there's certainly nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly normal, right? Perfectly normal. It may be a let me take today off type of day. Because this is in the range as well. I mean, look at gold on the 30-minute. Oh, the contract expired. I gotta switch it over. I'll do that in a second. Yeah, this looks nasty. Yeah. Look at these 1-minute candles over here. GG's on gold. We'll stick on NAS today. A7, good morning to you. What do you consider high volume, low volume? Well, I mean, if it takes a whole hour for a candle to move 10 points, does that seem like low volume or high volume? Just basic sense stuff, you know, that's all. You know what I mean? If it takes a whole hour to move in a range of 10 points, and then it does that for the next 5, 6, 7 hours, well, doesn't seem like it's really doing anything, right? So when you're looking at the size of these candles and the way that they close, it's very telling where the volume is, right? Speaking of, how long was this? This was 23 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it was 4 hours. I said 5 hours. It was 4 hours in a row. Just over here, it was 4 hours straight. That range. Okay, chat. Let's talk about, I'll pull it up here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let's talk about the plan for August while we're waiting here. We do have about 14 minutes to go. 14 minutes. I'm just pulling it up here so I can show you. Where does it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, plan for August. Plan for August is to make sure you always review your checklist before you enter a trade. If you do that, you will take higher probability setups, right? If you don't have a checklist yet, that's okay. Do that this weekend, right? Or do that today. Don't trade today, and do some research and put a checklist together of your strongest confluences, right? Because if you find yourself taking 50-50 setups all the time, then you're going to have those 50-50 results, or poor or less than that, right? But if we can get you to try to take 90% setups and above, then we can help you with that win rate a little bit more, right? We can help you with your accuracy a little bit more. So the checklist will be reviewing that over the weekend with the super supporters, but I'm just telling you for yourself to put a checklist together. Monthly goal. My goal is to maintain a 70% win rate or higher. Now, what does that mean? Well, that just means that out of every 10 trades that I take, I want to win at least 7 of them. That's all. Straightforward, right? Nothing to it. Out of every 10 trades, I want to win 7 of them. Okay? And I want to risk the same amount. You know, I risk a fixed amount so that I already know my results. Okay? For an example. Let's do an example. Somebody in the chat, we're going to use somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat, let me know how much you risk on trades per average. What's your average risk on trade? The dollar amount. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. What is your average risk per trade? Let me know in the chat. Average $200. Okay. We're going to use rep. So let's use rep for an example. With a 70% run rate, we're going to say you have a 1-to-1 setup. So you risk 200 for 200. Just a 1-to-1. With a 1-to-1, you're going to have 7 wins. So that's plus 1400. But you're going to have 3 losses. So it's going to be minus 600. So 1400 minus 600. If Rhett does a 1-to-1, risking $200, Rhett would be up 800 by the end of the week. Again, that's what a 1-to-1. So what I'm going to say next is I'm looking to have a 1.5 R to R or higher. Like, I don't want my minimum to be 1-to-1. I want my minimum to be 1.5. Right? I want 1.5 to be my new 1-to-1. But I would like to go for 2x or above, of course. But again, my minimum I would like, that's my goal, is a 1.5. So let's take the same example with Rhett, and let's do 1.5. So 1.5 would be $300. So what that means is Rhett risked $200, but when she wins a trade, she makes $300. Okay, so let's do that example. So with wins, $300 wins, you win 70% of them, 7 out of 10, would be $2,100, but we got to count those losses. So you're still risking the same amount. You're risking $200 per trade. Let's say she loses 3 of them out of the 10. She loses $600. So now let's do the math. 2,100 minus the $600, every 10 trades, Rhett makes $1,500. It's pretty damn good, right? With just risking 200. So you see the difference in R to R? You guys see the difference? Rhett could risk the same amount, $200, but her profitability within the R to R does make a difference, right? If she does a 1-to-1 R to R, I forgot what was the number we got, chat. What was the number we got for the 1-to-1 R to R? 800. If she does a 1-to-1 R to R, she makes $800 every 10 trades. But if she does just 1.5 R to R, she makes $1,500. That's like double, right? Think about that. Okay. Let's see. We could do someone else for example. Anybody else want to be an example? Hi, Dark Angel. I see you. And don't get me wrong, chat. You don't need to have a 70% win rate. You don't need to have a 70% win rate. I'm just giving you an example of if you have a 70% win rate, right? Let's see. Shooting for it. Okay, Rhett, let's do this, Rhett. What is your win rate lately? What's been your win rate over the last 2 weeks? Because now I'm going to show you 45%. Perfect. Okay. So let's do this. So if you guys go in the Discord, you go to the main chat, you guys know I post these trading bites every day for you. So this is number 14. Number 13 is the one with the risk management formula. So you just click this, go to bite 13. Boom. All right, here's the formula right here. Let's figure out what R to R Rhett needs right now to be profitable. So we're going to do 1 divided by the win rate, and then we're going to minus it by 1. Okay? So 1 divided by the win rate is 45%, so 0.45. We get, wow, we get 2 angel numbers. Interesting. And then we're going to minus this number by 1. And this is going to give you the R to R. So Rhett needs a 1.2 R to R to be at break even, basically. Right? To not be in the red. Just a 1 to 2. That's not too bad. So I want you guys to think about that. That's not too bad. That's not asking for too much. That's not, oh my God, you need a 3x. You need to get 3x returns to not be in the red, right? That's, so remember, trading and risk analysis, you know, that's all involved in day trading, right? Remember, you guys are market analysts. You learn strategic technical analysis, right? You learn risk analysis, and risk analysis isn't something people talk about a lot because people are trying to gamble their way there. But we talk about risk analysis here a lot. I'm trying to teach you guys a lot of risk analysis. Because when you do the math, you're going to realize like, oh, I don't have to have a 90% win rate. I don't have to put that pressure on myself. Right? You could have a 45% win rate and be profitable. Right? The thing with win rates, though, is the lower your win rate, the higher the R to R will have to be, though. So Rhett needs a 1.2 R to R to be break even. Not to be in the green, but to be break even. So anything above 1 to 2 she'll be in the green. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions about risk analysis. Let me know if you want me to do another example. You can put your win rate in the chat if you want me to do yours, for example. Let me know if you want me to use the other formula. If you know what R to R you typically go for, and you need to figure out what win rate you need, let me know. Go ahead and let me know in the chat. Just made a goal to only take a setup the entire month of August. Starting yesterday, no matter what. Trying to train myself not to sabotage myself. I love that. I love that for you. There you go. That's the way to go. I love that. Yeah, same here. I feel like March and April, 90% of our setups were A setups. And then after that, we started doing like 50-50 a little bit. But I feel like if you were here on stream in March and April, the accuracy was insane. It was very, very, very high win rate. It was in the 90s. High 90s too. Like I think it was above 95%. And now we're over here. Honestly, I feel like, what's been my win rate? My win rate this week and last week has been like 39%. That's really low. That's just this week and last week though. But still, that's low. That's terrible. But if you look at my trades, I had some big R to R's. So remember, lower the win rate, you gotta have a bigger R to R, right? Let's take a trip down. Remember, oh, wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta log into... I forgot I have to log back into my Twitter, chat. Oh my god, I don't know if I know my Twitter login. Remember, my computer, I had to start clean yesterday because of what happened. Oh my god, what's my Twitter password? No. Okay, I'm gonna give it one try. If this ain't it, then GG's. Of course that wasn't it. What a... Of course that wasn't it. I do see Nasdaq coming down. We got about 2 minutes till the opening. I'm gonna read the chat in a second, y'all. Oh my god. I can't get into Twitter. Hi Saxy, good morning. Hi Bridget, good morning. I'm gonna go on the mic in a second, y'all. I will be on the mic, so if you guys want to join me in the Discord on the mic. I'm just trying to figure out my Twitter login. We got 1 minute and 28 seconds till the opening. There's no way. Oh my god, I gotta figure out my Twitter login. GG's chat. I couldn't tell you the last time I've logged into it. There's no way. Let me know in the chat if you've ever done that before, where you haven't logged into something in like 10 years and you got to put in a password and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to see if I could find it. This is a scam, chat. This is a scam. There's no way I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try this one. Nope. That's not it either. Let's see. All right, here we go. We got the opening. Here we go. Coming on down. I have a level here at 688. We're at 727. Yeah, GG's chat. I don't even know my Twitter. I don't have my Twitter password written down apparently. I thought I did. That may be the one thing I don't have written down. Oh my god, wait, no, I do have it written down. I just found it. I just found it. Let me go back. Wait, did I log in too many times? Is it gonna let me try it again? Let me see. Do I have another attempt? Oh, I do. Oh my goodness. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I swear I just found it. Should have tried this one first. All right, this better be it. Okay, I got in and it says we blocked your attempt to access this account. Suspicious login. It's me. No, it was me that was filling the passwords. No. It's me. What the Oh my goodness. Now you want to showboat, Twitter. Oh my god, they blocked me. Elon Musk, what the hell, bro? Grok ain't having it. Yeah, but once you get in, you should be able to like confirm that it's you or send yourself like a text or something like everybody else, Elon. Mr. Techie. Hello. Anybody else, I could send myself a text confirmation, input the code and stuff. I can't do that with Twitter. You freaking kidding me? There's got to be a way. Okay, right here. Verify. Yeah, let me verify it by phone number. Stop playing with me, Elon. Stop playing. It's so sad that I type all this out. All right, y'all, just watching the opening here. We are heavily tanking. Heavily tanking. Just trying to log into Twitter. My goodness. It's like we're asking for too much. I'm almost done, chat. Let me just type in my email and then I should be good to go to submit this. I gotta submit a whole form to get the ban removed. It's so stupid. Instead of just texting the number. Okay. Send myself a code. All right. Typically, we resolve this in a few days. A few days? I don't have a few days. I'm over it, chat. Biggest gain I've made taking the short in the open. Maybe been low probability, but happy nonetheless. Let's go, Rhett. Hey. Beautiful, beautiful. About 23 minutes left on this hourly candle. Pretty heavy here. Points down. Done trading for today. There you go. We'll chill with the fam for good vibes. Awesome, awesome. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Took the trade using midnight as a POI, but emotions took the wheel. Close too early. Ah, you closed too early. That's okay. That is a-okay. You'll get the next one. Oh, chat, what we're doing? We're going through our plan while we're waiting, right? Okay. So yeah, that's just my personal goals. You don't have to do this, chat. But they're just my personal goals to maintain this minimally. So the ultimate goal for the month of August is to successfully complete the 150K valuations so that I can compare them to the 50Ks and get that feedback back to you guys. And you guys asked me yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to be comparing pros and cons, what I think is the same, what I think is going to be different. Does anybody want to know my approach with this? Let me know in the chat if you want to know my approach. Let me know. Come, I can't find. Can't find this thing. By the way, chat, no stream crash. We're 48 minutes in. We didn't crash. Hey, you gotta give it to me now. I went hunting yesterday, chat. I went hunting. I found that hidden file. Got it the heck up out of here. Hey, whoever did it, do better. Do better trying to send malicious stuff to my computer. GG's. It was a good hidden file, but don't forget that I'm y'all know I'm IT. I am IT. Okay, yes? Okay, let's do it. So my approach to this 150K is going to be quite simple. I'm looking to risk a little less than 10% of the allowed drawdown. So what do I mean? With a 50K challenge, you're allowed 2,000 drawdown. 10% of that is $200. So with the 50Ks, I usually risk $200 to $300. Now with the 150K, the drawdown is $4,500. Not enough. So 10% of that would be 450. So I'm not gonna risk 450 per trade. There may be some trades that end up being 450, but I'm gonna use that as my max. I'm going to try to stay around the 400 mark per trade. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Okay, now with a 1.5 R to R minimum, that means I make 600 per trade. So if I can take 2 A setups a day, I can do 1,200 a day. Now again, that's what a 1.5 R to R. Now a lot of our setups do go to a 2x to a 3x. So just with a 2x, we'll be up 800 in one trade. With our 3x's, we'll be up 1,200 in one trade. So that's already pretty beneficial. Anything close to 1,000 is awesome. And I'm going to tell you why. Why did I say anything close to 1,000 is awesome? Well, don't forget the consistency rule, the big C. The consistency rule is 50% of the target. So the target is $9,000. 50% would be 4,500. So it can't make more than 4,500 in a day. I don't think that's going to be an issue with the size that I'm risking, right? Let's get the calculator out because it's too early for this. We do 4,500 divided by 400. We'd have to have an 11x return in one trade to hit that. Not likely gonna happen. So we can handle this very easily, right? Take a couple trades, get a couple wins, probably good to go. Again, we would need an 11x return on one trade to hit that consistency rule. So that's good though. But as far as daily target goes, this would be our max daily target. But what is my goal? Well, if you remember when I did the 50Ks with you and the 100Ks with you, I tried to get it done in 5 days. So when we did the Topstep 100K on stream, what was the target? 6,000. So you divide that by 5 days. So I tried to go for 1,200 a day. When we did the 50Ks, when we did the 50K Take Profit Trader accounts on stream, we did 5 of those at the same time. The target was 3,000. We actually finished it in 4 days. So if you divide the target by 5 days, because you got to trade at least 5 days, all we did was go for 600 a day. So I'm going to take the same approach with the 150K. The target is 9,000. So if we divide that by 5 days, we don't have to get it done in 5 days, but just ideally, if we make 1,800 in a day, we can get it done in 5 days. Do we have to? No. I don't want you guys to focus on the time. Never focus on the time. It's just putting strategy together. So if I had a daily target to work with, I would say 1,800 is a good daily target. I just didn't want to put 1,800 up here and you're like, how did you choose that random number out of thin air? Fair enough. So I would say daily goal DG would be 1,800. But remember, with that consistency rule, we can't go over 4,500. So anything between 1,800 and 45, you could just say 2,000. Anything between 2,000 and 4,500 is just overachieving at that point for the day. Okay, so this is how you know, like, get in where you fit in. Like, okay, I'm cool trading for the day, right? Because a lot of people don't have daily targets. If you don't have a daily target, you don't have a daily goal. If you don't have a daily goal, what are you doing? What are you working for? Right? You must have a goal. You have to have a goal. You have to have something that you're working towards. All right. So yeah, getting back to that. So 1,800. Let's go back to the risk. Risking $400 with a daily goal of 1800 from a one-to-one setup standpoint. If we just do a one-to-one, risk 400 to make 400, we'd have to win 4.5 trades every day. Now, if you lose, that number is going to go up, right? Now you got to win 5 trades. You lose twice. Now you got to win 6 trades per day, right? So that's, that's what a one-to-one. But what about a 1.5 return? 1.5 return would be $600. So if we do a 1.5 return on each trade, we only need to win 3 trades a day to hit that target. Okay, let me just put that up here. 1.5 R to R. Need about 3 wins. Again, that does not include losses. But what about a 2x R to R? With a 2x, we'd make 800 per trade. So divided by 800. We only need about 2.2 wins. You only need about 2 wins to get pretty close to that goal, right? So 2x R to R, only need about 2 wins a day. So if you think about this, if you go for A+ setups and you maintain that accuracy, you can win 2 trades in a row, especially at a 2x, you can kind of hit your goal, right? So notice that this isn't just scattered all over the place. This is very strategically planned. If you're not taking the time to strategically plan something, then do not expect to get the results that you're looking for, right? You as an entrepreneur, you as the business owner, even if you don't have an LLC or S Corp or whatever for your business yet, for trading, you're still in the startup phase of your business. You're still paying money for challenges. You're in the startup phase of a business, right? Just because you haven't gotten there don't mean you're not. So as the business owner, as the risk manager, as the market analyst, right? Analyst, you need to come up with a strategy. You need to come up with a plan. The data needs to make sense. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are going into this blind with no plan. That's why you're failing your challenges. You need a plan. And all you got to do is follow that plan. You ever hear that quote before in trading? Oh man, if I would have just followed my plan. Anybody ever feel like that before? So develop a plan and stick to the plan, because when you stick to the plan, you're going to find blowing the account is a lot harder to do. You'll be like, wow, even if you're struggling, you'll be like, wow, it's not that bad. Like, you may just struggle at break even, but you're not blowing the accounts, right? That's progress, right? If you go from blowing accounts to, okay, you had this account for a long time, but you haven't blown it. That's baby step progress. So you want to keep making progress. And as you continuously make progress in trading, just like anything else you do, you're going to finally make it. Okay. It's just like with sports. You don't just start off playing a sport as a kid and you're automatically the all-star in the team. Some people have been playing sports for years, and it took years to get better at it, right? So it takes time to see progress in something. Don't expect to see progress the first time you do something. Expect to see progress from repetition. That's how we learn, right? Repetition. All right, we cool on that, chat? Let me get a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed that segment. Let me get a 1 in the chat if it made sense to you. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you're going to implement a plan for yourself. Who's implementing a plan? Oh, I forgot to do the last number. The last number was going to be, what R to R do we need to just hit 1,800 in one trade? Oh, geez, we need a 4.5. We need a 4.5 R to R to hit 1,800 in one trade. Good to know. 4.5 R to R. Or I guess if we risk $500, we need what, like a 3 point something R to R? We risk 500, 3.6 R to R. Geez, 4.5, you're killing us. Let me see this for example. A 4.5 R to R, just like this for an example. Oh my goodness. That'd have to be a big trade. About 3.6. Even 3.6 would be a big trade too. Oh. If you're wondering what I'm waiting for, I am waiting for this hourly candle to close, chat. We do have about 8 minutes, so I'm just chatting it up with you. We got about 8 minutes till this closes. I'm just waiting for it to close. Nothing too crazy here. Hey, loving the ones, loving the ones. Wish I could hit the like button more than once. I had a plan until I went on a losing streak. Then it went out the window. The goal in August is to stay disciplined. Awesome, awesome. There you go. And what is the #1 way to stay disciplined, chat? Anybody know? Anybody remember? What's the easiest way to stay disciplined? Easiest way to stay disciplined on the charts is to practice discipline in real life. IRL. In real life. Your habits must reflect that. You cannot get rich off of the things that have you broke. The mindset that has you broke, the daily habits you have, the weekly habits, the monthly habits you have will not get you to the promised land. If you want to upgrade yourself, upgrade your life, you need to upgrade your mindset. When I say rich, I'm not talking about money. I am talking about rich in abundance. That's all around. That's friendship, love interests, family, health, and wealth. It's everything. It's everything. Abundance is everything. Everything around you. Everything. It's not just money. Want you to be in good health. Want you to feel happy. Want the people around you to be happy. Right? You want to be in good vibes, good spirits, right? So to do that, if you haven't seen a difference in your life, then do something different. It could be small. It doesn't have to be big, right? But I will tell you, doing something small is actually big. Think about it. Just you taking time out of the week to say, you know what? Let me go to the park and ground myself every other day. Go to the park every other day or every 2 days. Pick a spot to sit. Even if you feel antisocial and you just want to sit in your car, just do that for at least 20 minutes. At least, minimum. 20 to 30 minutes. You could bring a book. You could bring your phone and watch a YouTube video. This is what I'm saying. You could bring a snack. Or if you made dinner at home, if you have dinner, bring your dinner to the park. Eat in the car. You can watch a YouTube video on your phone for 20 minutes for all I care. But change your scenery. And stick to it. And then soon get out the car. Right? But right now, I'm just trying to get you guys outside. I'm trying to get you guys to go outside. You got to go outside. You got to ground yourself in nature. You will feel much better. Right away? Not right away. Sometimes some people do. But you got to do something different. A lot of people don't get outside. They wake up, they got to tend to their kids. They go to work, come back home, got to rush and figure out what's dinner. By that time, you just want to knock out and be left alone. You go to sleep. I challenge you to go to the park or go on a walking trail. Anybody got walking trails? Find a walking trail near you, a bike trail, somewhere where you can walk. Go walking. Do it every week. Don't skip unless you don't feel well. That's your only excuse. If you don't feel well, then okay, don't go. And I'm not talking about being down and about, because being down and about is going to make you not want to go. You're going to contemplate it. If you're feeling down, go. That's the time to go. But I'm talking about physically. If you physically don't feel well, then don't go. Other than that, maintain it. Go, go, go. Go for a walk. It's the little things in life that we don't think about. What's up, Ian? Good morning. Speaking truth today. Thank you, Simply. Scalpular, good morning. My dogs make sure I go outside every day. Same. Yep. That's one thing about having dogs is they force you to get up and go outside. It's a blessing in disguise. Literally force you. And if you have a dog and maybe you go for short walks, go for a little bit of a longer walk. Just try going for a longer walk. Put some music on. Bring your headphones on the walk. Go for a little bit of a longer walk. Weather permitting, I like riding my e-bike around the local college. Ah, you got an e-bike. See, I've been thinking about getting one. Is it fun? That's pretty dope. I love that you do that. That's awesome. Yeah, biking is pretty cool. That's a good way to get outside. There you go. See, you're already doing it. You're already doing it without knowing it, huh? That's awesome. Those are good habits. Danny, I do understand. In my bubble, I'm safe mentally, emotionally, and spiritual. Oh, we all are. All of us are safe within ourselves. All of us are. Right? Just like we're safer staying at home rather than driving in a car. You're most likely to die in a car accident than anything else. But we still get up and go drive, right? Yeah, we all are. We all are safer to ourselves. No one can bother you in your own bubble. But you, right? But yeah, baby steps, chat. Baby steps. That's why I said you can sit in your car. You don't have to get out and walk around. You got to do things in baby steps. Not everybody can just go to the park and walk around. And it may sound silly, but it's not. Everybody can't just go to the park and just walk around and be around people. Some people have to start by just going, but like just maybe people watching in the car, not so much being out there just yet. And the more they go, the more they get comfortable to step outside a little bit. You know, everybody's different. We live in a world where people love to judge people and make fun of them because they're hurt inside. But I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't care about other people's opinions. Don't let that stop you from getting outside. Don't let that stop you from exploring and doing things you want to try. Because when you're letting somebody's opinion stop you from experiencing life, then it's a problem. Right? And most people do. If you're letting a past experience, something someone did to you, stop you from experiencing life, then you're letting that person have control over your life, right? People do that all the time, chat. People, I think relationships is a good example. People get into a bad relationship and they're like, all right, that's it. No more. No more GGs, right? And someone comes along their path that's meant for them and they push it away. Very unfortunate. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. And the thing is, as humans, you know, we all go through these up and down dynamic experiences. But it's important for you to know that healing is a thing. Just in general, healing is a thing. You must do that for yourself. And we're here to experience things, you know? You find you're not having a good time, it's time to try something new. Alrighty, here we go. We got that closure. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this hourly candle to close. Jeez, not really liking the setup per se. Might have to wait on it a little bit. Alright, still in watch mode here. Very strong bearish closure there on the 1 hour. How do you draw your gaps? The gaps are there in the chart already. Yeah, they're already there in the chart. Have you read Letting Go by David R. Hawkins? No, I never read that. I think I heard of that though. I think I heard of that. Well, let me give you an example of what was the gap we had on Monday? We gotta go back to Monday. Yeah, see the gap is there. So the gap is the space, right? So you gotta ask yourself, where is the space? This is the space that was left, right? So right, that's all it is. It's just the space. So if we fast forward, on Monday, price played around a lot, but eventually filled that gap, right? And I don't consider it filled until we have a closure outside of the gap, which I told you guys that morning. So that's why when we came down here and people were taking buys, it wasn't a good idea because we never filled out the gap. We might have filled it halfway, but the gap wasn't complete until we close outside of here. You mark your gaps from wick to wick. No, I think I grabbed the body. I think it was on the body. It doesn't really, I mean, it's all one and the same. I think I grabbed the body of the candle. It should be on the body of the candle. I don't know, I just drew this so quick. It should have been on the body though. Or was it too small for you guys to see? But I mean, the reason why I don't say it doesn't matter, but I mean, if we're talking on the 1 minute, I mean, 2 points isn't gonna, if you drew it to 102 and it went to 100, I mean, it's not a big of a deal, right? 2 points ain't gonna do nothing. It's all one and the same, right? It's an approximation of an area. Okay, let's see. All right, chat, I'll be right back. Let me just feed the dogs. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Okay, chat. Let's see. Chat, can you guys see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Yeah, I gotta switch these settings. I can't do it while I'm live though. That crash was OBS. Let's see. I'm gonna have to like uninstall this and reinstall it probably. Cause that's from the program. That time. So one thing I didn't do yesterday was uninstall this one. I may have to. Okay, we're back though. We are back. Let's get the music going. I think Rhett was asking about a 3-bar reversal. Technically yes, but remember, just because they're there, what makes 3-bar reversals as tricky is they're not always the most accurate. See if I can give you an example. Like there was one here, but it only went down 16 points and it reversed up for a breakout, right? So sometimes they're used for like short-term reversals, not so much long-term. Like there's a 3-bar reversal over here, nice pen bar, nice closure below, and it was a fake out. Price broke this low and continued up. Right, so as much as we recognize them, I can definitely point out a bunch of fake outs for sure. So you don't want to use them as your only confirmation, of course. They're a little tricky. But look, now we have a top wick on the new hourly candle. stop, dude. Okay, let's see. Is there any alternative to OBS? Yeah, they got Streamlabs OBS. I used to use that too. I haven't used that one in a minute. But yeah, I wiped everything clean. The only thing left would be an OBS file issue. So if it crashed today, then I knew it would be that. And reading the crash report is something wrong with the OBS file, it says. So I think it was in the recent update, because you know what, chat? This stream was never crashing before, right? This only started happening last week and this week, and it started happening after the last update I did. So it must be a bug in their new update. It's got to be a bug in their new update. But I did have something on my computer though, so I guess everything happens for a reason. I was able to get something out of my computer, but besides that, there is something wrong with the OBS. And it didn't start till after the last update. What am I doing today after trading? I don't know, it's 7 in the morning. I don't make plans at 6 a.m. My day just started. But one of the things I have to do is probably... See, I don't know if I want to uninstall this and reinstall it, or if I just want to switch over to Streamlabs. Is there a difference between i7 and i9? Yes, there is a difference. i9 is the newer version. i9 is newer than i7. But as far as like, it's all in like what you're using the computer for. I mean, if you're just using the computer to trade, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you get. If that's your only sole purpose for it. It really matters when you're doing other stuff like gaming and streaming. That's when you want to have the most up-to-date stuff. Or video editing. If you're video editing, you probably want something more up-to-date. Yeah, so I would say video editing, gaming, streaming. What else? Anyone who's doing like art design, if you're doing like 3D animations, anything like that, then you definitely want something more up to date. So you definitely want to pay a pretty penny for what you're getting, for sure. But if you're just someone just using a computer just to check the internet a couple times, just to watch some YouTube videos, maybe just to do your taxes on, maybe trade on it, nothing else, then you don't need to pay all that money for a computer. Get something cheap. Okay, here, so 10 o'clock, giving us a run for our money here. Did flip bearish. Now we're flipping back up bullish here. Let's see, I know we had core PCE, but that's it today. Oh, natural gas is at 10:30. Natural gas is in 13 minutes. And then that's it. That is it. Looks like a chopped mess. I'm kind of hands off right now, chat, because it is looking a bit questionable. If we do continue down, I probably want to see a break of the lows. But it's, I mean, you see what it's doing. It's being a little extra. We got about 11 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. Remember, Trump had a speech yesterday too, y'all, so we did have a little gap up from FOMC into Asian session. A little bit of gap up over here. And we're getting a bit chopped here, so I'm gonna wait. Last 15-minute literally closed as a doji. Not a fan of that. Place my trade inside a Discord. 0 day, hello. Okay, let's see. So yesterday, She Trades posted that she passed a 100K on Apex. Nice, nice, nice. She's been posting some back-to-back, not just A+ setups and trading education, but she's also been posting quite a few challenges passed recently. We got Radiant. And then we got She Trades giving you all the confirmations here for this trade setup. Oh, let me make it bigger. This is Nasdaq on the 5-minute chat. Oh, zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, you can see the entry up here. And it looks like she drew the candle on a higher time frame over here. But you can see her looking for that candle fill here. Beautiful drawing. Does TPT give you certificates? Yes. Yep. You get a certificate when you pass. But yeah, chat, you guys can check that out in the Discord. I'm not going to let you read it all here. I want you guys to join the Discord. Join, and then you can read the trading confirmation. No, but yeah, join the Discord, y'all. It's free to join. You just need to fill out an application. Fill it out seriously. Just TPT. You didn't get one? It's in your email. You gotta look in your email. It's probably in your spam folder. So yeah, y'all just fill out an application to get into the Discord. You should be approved. Doesn't take more than a day for you to get approved. Usually you're approved the same day you apply, as long as you answered the questions normally. So those of you who are applying now, you'll have to wait till after stream to be accepted. But go ahead and apply. Forgot what I was doing. But yeah, great job, She Trades. That was a beautiful fill you got here. This huge 3-bar reversal. She got the whole fill. Beautiful, beautiful. What time was that? Oh, that's 3 a.m. my time. Oh my goodness. 3 a.m. my time. Yeah, GG's. I'm not up for that entry. No. Not in the spam folder. Well, you only get it the first time you pass. It may be attached to one of the other emails. Okay, let me read this. All right, Radiant posted this last night. He said, I blew my phase 2 eval account, rushing it to pass it. It is funny because I never removed stop loss hoping for a reversal. I let ego in. My emotion was all over the place because I was in drawdown. It was just surprising to me, honestly. I would have recovered today with a beautiful 2.5% trade yesterday. Well, some mistakes or failure have to happen sometimes so that we can really learn from it. Because if it doesn't happen, we don't know how to learn from them. I learned that number 1, hope is dangerous thing for the market. We have no control for. Number 2, I'm getting profitable, but I need to cut my losses whenever I'm wrong. When you're in a house that's burning, you escape. You don't pray for the rain while burning alive inside. Okay. I see you with the analogies. Professor Radiant. Number 3, don't mess up your progress trying to rush the process brick by brick, day by day, step by step. That's how you build. You can't rush greatness. When you focus on profits, you lose. When you focus on the process, you start winning. Process over profit. Look at my mouse, chat. Process over profits. Don't I be trying to tell y'all? Don't I be trying to tell y'all the real stuff? You gotta understand, y'all are watching babies who got profitable 2-3 years ago. Like, you're watching someone who lives this lifestyle for real. I don't show off because I don't need to. I don't need to convince people on the internet that I have something because I don't give a fuck about their opinion. They're nowhere near my level. They can't even live where I live. You're watching someone who actually does this. When you're watching babies who try to manipulate you and entertain you just to make money off the internet, just to get high engagement, to get all the views, you're supplying their lifestyle. And you're also mimicking their habits. They don't have what it takes to be profitable by themselves. Right? You gotta be in a community of people who are going where you want to go. Not a community of people who bully people. Not a community of people who all they do is over risk and over leverage and ha 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 laugh it up for the whole stream. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna make no progress. Right? If you want to make progress, you need to embody the mindset you need to do this. Just saying. I'm just saying, chat. That just is what it is. I tell you guys all the time about the mindset you need to do this. I tell you all the time. I literally give you all the hacks you need. You know? If you're around gambling energy, you're going to embody the gambling energy. And as soon as you go into drawdown, there it goes. Because guess what? You think you're going to get some big payout and quit your job? No. How long do you think that money's going to last you? Right? Let's be realistic. You're going to be right back there looking for another job within the next year or before that. You know, so if you actually want to do this, take it serious. That's the best advice I can give you. Take it serious. Watch who you watch. Watch who you hang around. Now, if you're just here for entertainment, then by all means, do your thing. But if you are in this to change your lifestyle, then so be it. You know? Showing off materialism is for children. Children who flash things in your face is for children. It's for egotistical fill. Those are people who have something to fulfill. There's something missing. And you may think, oh, well, they're all happy and smiles. They're showing all this. They got all this money. They got all these cars. But deep down, if somebody has to keep showing you that, there's a problem deep down below the layer that you don't see. There's a problem. Real money does not gloat and show and boat and all that. I'm just letting you know. So if you're watching people thinking you're going to embody what they do and all that, then you got to do everything they do. You need to get up here and gloat and show your face. You need to have some high engagement, right? You need to do all the things they're doing to get to where they're at. Because if you don't, you won't. You know? Yes, you do. And it's so helpful. I've always said, I love your humble spirit. Thank you, Bridget. Seeking validation from others is something missing inside. Yes. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, don't believe everything you see on the internet. It's just like this. There's actually a statistic that they released the beginning of this year that showed the people who are acting like they're the happiest couple on earth for social media. You know how couples have like couple channels, be the most miserable couples, most toxic couples off the internet. And people watching are like, oh, they wish they had something. You don't want something like that. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. They're just doing that for the money and the gloat. You know, for the lifestyle. Same thing about people who are showboaty and flashy with their money. Think about it, it's not normal to post your bank account balance online to the internet. Really? Just think about that for a second, chat. Is that normal? And then people brainwash people and say, well, if the person you're watching or your mentor, if the person you want to learn from isn't posting this, they're not real, and it's manipulation. Because when did we get into a world where we're just posting bank account screenshots? And that's just an example, chat. I see this not just in trading. I see it in real estate. I see it. I told you, I see it with the dog training stuff. This is in all type of niches that this stuff happens in. Where people get really showboaty, very cocky. And I'm just letting you know, that means there's something going on behind closed doors. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Trust me. I can see right through it. By the way, I am watching this. I did see that we closed back inside of this level, which I do like for possible sell, but now I'm just contemplating because the break of this low is what? 77. 77 points is asking for a lot. Oh, well, unless we're going down to that weekly level. $146 points makes it worth it. People be so surprised when the couples break up. Yeah, they do. And I'm like, y'all couldn't see through that? Comparison is the thief of joy. People remember that. Yeah. You know, I think people like to live, and I do too. Like there's people that I watch and they have such a cool life, such an interesting lifestyle. You know, we like to live vicariously through people, like when we watch them on the screen. But I think some people get so caught up in that they forget the reality, you know? Sometimes. Not everybody, just some people. Some people aren't able to separate reality sometimes. Like the idea of this trade setup. I'm just trying to think. It'd have to be a small risk though. Let's see. I'm gonna put my stops above the high. Just because of how much I think the risk has to be here. Or maybe I could do 31. We could do 10. Okay, we'll add one more. Let me put my stop loss above this high. Sorry, chat. Did my math wrong. Okay. I do have a daily level at 585. But I do have a weekly level down here at 477, which would be a really, really nice 4x return, chat. No, it's funny, we're just talking about that. A 4.5x return would be the daily goal. Imagine we hit it in one trade. Okay, on a serious note though, a 1.5 would be a little bit past the weekly level. Okay, so that's what I want. I want a 1.5. After the 1.5, I don't really care where it goes, to be honest. Let me look at this range here. 82 points. Oh, 540 maybe? 540. So 540, 550 is down here. That's some good potential to get down to 550, 540. Yeah, so we should get, looking to get 1.5 return. And remember the previous candle, not there. Previous 30-minute candle closed bearish, 15-minute closed bearish. We got bearish on bearish vibes here. I'm gonna zoom in. All right, brand new 5-minute candle. Let's see if we can make a top wick and continue down. Brand new 5-minute candle. Going for about 51 points. Trying to get a 1.5x return. That's a little off. I'm sorry. Yeah, 51 points. 51. I'm only doing $8 a point here. I should have did $10 a point, but my math was off for a second. Good morning, Duke. What's up, Duke? What's up? What's up? As soon as we hit this 585, I like to move stops to break even when we hit this daily level here. Looked like the volume was coming in for a second. So chat, let me know in the chat, did you take a trade today? I haven't asked you yet. Did you take any trades today? Let me know in the chat. Did we take any trades? I wish I got in a little higher. I wish I got in over here. Yeah, that would have been what, 36 points? Missed 9, 18 points extra. Five-minute candle is going to close in 20 seconds here. Yes, just one trade. Took sales on there. No trades for me yet. Currently in G. Oh, wow. GA. I couldn't tell you last time I heard of GA. 2 trades now. Nice. Okay. Okay. And you know, chat, when you're using proper risk management and you know you're not risking your whole account balance or like, you know, going too crazy, you know, you'll feel more calmer in your trades, you know. So whenever you find yourself feeling a little nervous, on edge, that means you're risking too much on your setup. So for those of you who tell me maybe you get a little anxious, it's nervous to trade and get anxious, you know. But you gotta adjust that. You gotta trade a smaller size before you move up. Keep going down in size till you don't feel anxious, and then that's where you start. You trading on TraderVate through TradingView? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Looking for price to come down to 585. We got a brand new 5-minute candle. New candle, who this, huh? Don't make me play Cardi B. I'm trying to play some Future. Right, chat? So again, daily level is at 585. We're at 615. See if we can get a drop back down to 605 like we did previously would be nice. Then we may see straight gut shut down to the 600s. We haven't tapped 600 yet, but I'd like to see us tap 600. See if we can peak below 600. By the way, chat, if you haven't already, don't forget to like up the stream. Remember, I post free education in the Discord. Discord is free to join. All I gotta do is fill out an application. I'm actually gonna go through some applications right now while we're waiting. If you filled out an application before today, chances are that if you didn't get in, it must have been something you said. No, but you know what I mean. But yeah, if you applied this morning, I am going through them. There's quite a few. And thank you guys for your answers. I do read what you guys say. You guys are really sweet in your applications. Guys and gals, both of you. Bro, some of these answers just be getting me sometimes. Hey chat, why do you want to join this community? I want to learn how to trade Bitcoin in all caps. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Like what? I think you filled out an application for the wrong community. I want to learn Bitcoin. You teach me Bitcoin. You teach me Bitcoin now. Like what? I can't even hold a straight face reading these sometimes. My goodness. We're funny. If she falls, she may go to 560 area. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like 550, 540. I'm thinking more 540. I think 540 is going to be the touching ground here. I'm thinking maybe the stopping ground. Maybe a little past it, maybe like 535. My goodness. Now you got an eyelash in your eye. Got an eyelash in my eye. Bad timing. Come on, Nasdaq. Come on. Let's go. Let's come down to this daily level here at 585. We're at 612. Entry was at 622. 10 points in profit. See if we can get this $500 trade going here. This risk is what? 34. I was supposed to have a little bit of a higher risk, chat. I almost forgot. But that's all right. We're doing $8 here. I wanted to do $10 here. So our risk is 272. Yeah, see, my math was way off. We could have risked $100 more. All right, so times 2, a 2x would be what? 544. Yeah. So again, just trying to take high probability setups. That is the goal here. My bad, chat. I'm still in 50K mode. I'm in 50K. Chat, I am so sorry, chat. The freaking OBS crashed again. I think I'm going to try to stream on Streamlabs tomorrow. What do you guys think? I should probably stream on Streamlabs. Come on, 585. But technically it did touch it. All right, we should move stops break even. Technically it did touch it. technically. Am I missing something to the... Oh, we got a wick over here. Don't like that. Brand new 3-minute candle. Can we all agree Nasdaq is just being extra? Like, why can't we just come down like this, like this candle? Let's do that. You know? Straight gut shot down. Come on. Oh my goodness, chat. It keeps freaking crashing. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me or no? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? You're messing up the short, OBS. You're messing up the short. We gotta play Cardi now.
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason, bitch?
What was the reason, OBS? You're messing up the short. Can't upload a short with frozen pieces in it. Oh my goodness, the chop of a lifetime. The chop of a lifetime. So chat, we're up 270. And now it's up $100. Now I'm letting it stick because we have a moving average right here. But I ain't leaving with nothing. So I think I'm gonna add to this position and then move my stops to break even. Boom, boom, and boom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. After we add to a position, I think it's going to 240 though, so I do have a line at 240. Boom. Should I say it one more time, chat? No, I'm not gonna say it again. I'm not gonna say it again. Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, so TP1 was the daily level at 585. So again, this is a very strong daily level. Since we closed below it, I will hold this trade to see if we can continue down. I actually have a level way down here at 477, but I do feel like the breakout may have an ending point right here for a little bit. So I am looking at this area for a possible TP2 type of vibe. This would be a TP12 type of day, but possible TP2 vibes today, which would be about a 2.3x return. Now remember, I did my math wrong. We risked way less than usual, but I did add to this position. So like to maintain it, there we go, 600. All right, remember 600 is our goal. At least 600 on a trade. See if we can get down to 540. Where was 600 at, chat? 600, we're at 62. 600 is at 62, 63 area. So I know. So if we crash down to TP2, I'm gonna put it at 62, 63 area. No, you little shit. Go back down. What are you doing? What are you doing, Nas? Too choppy for me. All right, let's move this down here so we get at least a 1-to-1 no matter what. At least a 1-to-1 setup no matter what. Actually, well, it's more than a 1-to-1. But you know what I mean, chat. There we go. There we go. Trailing this down here. Thinking the breakout's going to 540. Eyes are heavy on 540. We're at 570. 568. There we go. Keep going down. 68. Can we see 65? 67 and a half. 70. Uh-oh, wrong way. Wrong way. 72. Where you going? Where you going, Nas? Let's see if we can see 65. Thanks for the W's, y'all. Yeah, go ahead and spam some W's in the chat. Do you have to pay activation fee after passing? It's called a test account. And no, not if you use code official. If you use code official, you do not have to pay an activation fee. So use code official so you don't have to pay activation fee. Saving you some money. Come on, Nasdaq. Be nice. Be nice, Nas. Be nice. Come on, we've been nice. Be nice. Bring it down to 600 for us. Come on. Back down to 600. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Push and pop. Come on. There we go. Break the lows. Yep. Bring it on down. Come on. Heavy candle incoming. Come on. Give us a heavy drop. Don't be like that. Who's buying here? Buyers are being annoying. Don't be a buyer here, man. Just let the breakout happen. Do not be a buyer here. Let us get ourselves in, then y'all can buy. After 540, go ahead and buy. But let us get ourselves down to 540, buyers. Just chill. Okay, just chill. Stop pressing the buy button. We don't need that behavior right now. No buyers allowed. This is a no buy zone. No buy zone, chat. Got caught up in this little 1 minute range here. There we go. 67, 66. I want to see 65. Come on. 68, 67. Can we see 65 here? See 65. We may get a good pop down. 65. There we go. 65. I just saw 65. Come on. Come on. Just playing with us, chat. Just playing with us. Thank you, chat. And W to the chat, because the chat's been coming to stream every day. Chat's been liking up the stream. Y'all been going crazy with the likes. So thank you so much, y'all. By the way, we are 300 subscribers away from hitting 74,000 subs. What a milestone. Like, I feel like it was a month and a half ago where we hit 73. And already, now we're just 300 subs away. Wow, this is playing. This is playing games. Play, play, play. Play, play, play. Holy play. We're at 63. I thought we'd see a nice flush once we hit 65, but still kind of hesitating here. There we go. Come on. I think 62 is the 600 standpoint. There we go. There we go. 59. Okay, so my goal is to make 600 or more. So I'm going to trail it down at the 60s so that we make our goal no matter what. No matter what, we make our goal. That's 740. Come on. See, chat, you see what happens when you trade with a real trader? When you trade with someone who doesn't showboat their money, showboat their lifestyle. When you trade with someone who actually has been living off of day trading for years. See what happens? Magic happens, chat. Magic happens. TP2 was smash. I feel like we could get to that daily level though at 477. But there you have it, folks. 900. That is the trade. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it, and that's it. That's it. That's how you trade. That's it. So let's rewind a second. I gave you guys my plan for this. We started these accounts fresh today. Let me hit the Google Docs real quick. I gave you guys my plan for this, what I was gonna do. We did that, which is good. Want to make at least $600 per trade minimum. We made $845. So we're overachieving on our goal, right? Just keeping it simple. Just go for the goal, secure the goal, right? We're gonna rinse and repeat. We're gonna rinse and repeat. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Didn't get greedy. You know, I do have a weekly level down here. And sure, maybe if I look in a couple hours, maybe Nasdaq will hit this level today. But I'm not going to be greedy because I'm not greedy. Right? We do not chase, we attract. Say it with me, chat. Say it in chat. I do not chase, I attract. Speak it into existence. You do not need to chase money. I promise you. You need to attract. Okay? Anytime you're in chasing energy, you start to force something. You get uncomfortable, right? It doesn't feel nice to chase, does it? You get uncomfortable. It doesn't feel nice to get antsy in a trade and to over leverage. It doesn't feel nice, does it? What feels nice is just being calm, getting your confidence up slowly, and making money, right? That feels nice, right? Thank you, Star. There we go. I do not chase, I attract. There you go, Heroic. So that's what you want to do. Just take your time. There's nothing to chase. I promise you. I promise you there's nothing to chase. There is plenty for everybody. Everybody that's here, there is plenty for you. Plenty. Plenty to go around. Your time is coming. You just got to change your mindset. That's all. And I promise you, if you're wondering the fastest way is to change your mindset. Okay. All right, I'm going to open up the mic. So if you guys want to come chat with me on the Discord, all I ask is that if you're not speaking, make sure you mute yourself when you're not talking. But if you are talking, of course, you can be unmuted. All right, let me join here. I've got somebody here. Hello. I don't think they can hear me. You're muted. Your headphones are muted. I don't think they can hear me. Hi, Harmonious. Thank you. Hi, Bridget. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going good.
You take any trades today?
Yeah, I did. I took two setups. The first setup smacked me, and then I recovered on the second one.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Was it on NAS, both of them?
Yeah. Opening range.
Oh, you liking that opening range, huh? Okay.
I'm trying to. One of my plans is to stick to two different setups for the next 60 days. So that's what I'm working on.
Okay. Okay. And if you don't mind sharing, you don't have to, but what time frame are you doing your opening range trades on?
The 5 minute.
The 5 minute. Okay. I was wondering because I watch Jay on Topstep, and I know he uses like the 3 minute, which is very different, and he tries to do like opening ranges. So I always like to ask people what time frame they use.
The 5 minute. It's funny because it's like if I have a strategy and it's like I understand that particular strategy, right? But it's like my brain is it's almost like my brain has a bias. It's literally the same strategy, but just at a different level. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, say for instance, I'm gonna just give an easy one, the silver bullet. One of the strategies you can mark up the 9 a.m. high and on the hour, the 9 a.m. high and the 9 a.m. low, and then drop down to the 1 minute, and then you're waiting for a reversal pattern. I understood and I comprehended that, but for some reason, my brain just did not let me understand. Well, hey, I don't just have to do that at the 9 o'clock candle. That could be at any of my levels that I have, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that. You're like diversifying there.
I'm just working on seeing the same type of patterns in different areas of the charts at different times, because you don't always get a setup at that same time every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I'm just working on process over profit plans, process over profit.
You like that quote?
I mean, when you be speaking that stuff, you be speaking directly to me. I be all over here like a hit dog, hollering.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep. So that's what I'm working on. And I think I just not breach, but
I do truly believe process over profits is the only quote somebody needs to pass an evaluation and get paid.
It is.
It's the only quote you need.
And I'm kind of like leaning towards, do I want to let these other evaluations go? Because my first setup would have been profitable had I not been trying to trade two different platforms.
Well, tell me this. What if you just stick to one setup? Would that work for you?
What I'm saying is, yeah, but because I'm trading two different platforms, when you're trading on the 1 minute, it's kind of like, okay, by the time I place a trade in TradingView and then get over to like Project X to place that trade, it's like I'm trying to do too many things on such a smaller time frame. Like if I was like on a 30-minute or a 4 hour, I would have plenty of time to place my trade. But
so you're taking trades on the Project X and on another platform too?
Yeah, one of them is Blue Guardian. And,
okay.
It's a totally different platform. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Topstep platform.
What if you do your analysis on Topstep's platform, since it's like TradingView, and that way when you're ready to enter, you enter there and then you enter on the other screen too, on the other platform, enter at the same time?
Well, I kind of have my screen set up like how you do.
Okay. Like a split screen?
It's timing. It's timing and rushing. And I'm just like, I almost want to just go ahead and let this account go. But it's like every time I try to let it go, I make money in it. And I'm like, okay. So I'm just gonna keep it. But I love trading on trading.
Well, I'll
I
tell you
love
what,
trading.
if you feel like it's taking off your focus, then you can just choose one platform. Sometimes we don't dead things that should have been dead a long time ago. So if you do feel that way, it could be your gut feeling. But there's nothing wrong with keeping them both.
Yeah, because I would definitely make my money back if I could just like. I would definitely get my money back, but it's like I just don't want to let it go. But if
Are you in
reaches,
profit with that one?
yeah, I'm up
Oh,
like
okay, yeah,
5%
that's
on
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to let it go. Then I feel like if you're in drawdown, you're like, well, whatever.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
let
And
it
it's
go.
like every time I get in drawdown, my next trade is a winner, and it brings it back in profit.
I see.
So I'm just like, whatever, you know. Leave me if you want. If you want to stay, fine, whatever.
Well, what I would do then, if it sounds like that one's secondary to you anyway, so if that one's secondary to you, then enter on your Topstep platform first. Make sure that entry is precise. Boom, you enter. And then on that account, the Guardian, then enter. Just accept that the entry will be a little delayed, but I think it'll be easy for you to accept because you're kind of like whatever with it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Really,
Who cares? 2-3 points off.
I'll
You
be
know?
listening to you.
Yeah, you can do that. That's what I would do.
Yep. You know how I found you online? Let me see how I found you online. I found you online. I was looking for a trading journal. And it was this journal you created like maybe about, it's almost been about 3 years, 4 years now.
Wow.
I want to say,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
From a trading journal.
yep. I have it saved in my favorites under YouTube.
That is crazy. Gonna hop on some mukbang while I eat my food.
Oh, this is beautiful. Price
You
action
eating
on
your
this
eggs?
1 minute.
Yeah, the 1 minute's looking nice here in this retest. Good at reading the chart, understanding price key levels. My bias majority of the time. I struggle with the entry. I was second guessing myself. Good morning, Lala. Yes, entries will forever be the hardest. Once you get analysis down, you'll learn that it's all in the timing, right? Timing of your entry, where your stop loss is. If you're struggling with entry, then that's what you want to spend your time studying. So you want to study the same thing over and over and over and get some strong confirmations for when it does work out, right? When you see it work, ask yourself, what are strong confirmations for that? And research those confirmations and make sure they're strong in other, at other days where you can see the same setup. Okay, boom, this confirmation, boom. And that's what's going to make you feel more confident. If you saw a trade play out 100 times in a row, then you're going to feel confident to take it. But the majority of people are not researching to see a trade play out 100 times in a row. You see it set up 100 times, I promise you're going to see all types of forms of it.
I so agree.
So yeah, you just got to put in that work, that practice, All professionals practice, right?
Yeah.
LeBron had practice right now, even though he had a game. He had practice, right? So, gotta practice.
I need to practice losing weight. That's what I need to practice.
Losing weight?
Yes.
The hack is actually in the diet. Like, it's only like 20% exercise. But if you do it through diet, yeah, it's a cheat code.
Let me see. Is there a
Just do rice, meat, and then choose a veggie. That's all you gotta do. It could be like chicken, rice, I don't know, broccoli, whatever veggie you want, or spinach, or just do that.
And I have all the tools and the resources, man. Again, it's discipline. I've really got to work on my discipline outside of trading. I think once I get better at that, I'll do better. And it's not really that I'm not. It is. Trading tells you a lot about yourself. I was going to tell a bold faced lie.
Absolutely does.
Say. You telling a bold faced lie. I guess with my industry, I'm an insurance broker. And so my industry and the type of work that I do, it can make me really lazy, because I have a heavy season, like kind of like a tax person. So my heavy season is October through January. The rest of the year I can really chill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't want to do nothing. It's like I just lay around the house and I just do nothing. Cause like
Yeah,
I
that
make
makes
all my
sense.
money at one time, so I just live off of it.
That makes sense. Put a W in the chat for Oscar chat.
What did
Congratulations,
Oscar do?
Oscar.
Where's Oscar?
Said
He
his
take
US
profit
30
though.
trade hit profit.
All right.
Nice, nice, nice.
And then that's gonna be
Nice,
my
nice.
theme song for the day. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. There you go.
Yeah, now, you know what's funny? You ever see DJ Khaled on Snapchat years ago? Or like on Instagram, the things he would say? I finally understand the stuff he was saying. He's bold. He's pretty smart. Like
Listen,
he would say things like, "They don't want us to win. They didn't believe in us. God did."
you are so
But
right.
like people aren't really like he's like it's funny, but like really think about what he's saying.
I say that about a lot of songs, even the old school songs. I do
Mm-hmm.
realize what they were saying, and they was nasty.
Like he's speaking.
Oh boy. So I'm
Wow,
done
we could have
trading
got a
for the day.
re-entry on this, huh? Straight down to
I
that
know.
weekly level. Chat, I want you to notice how this level got tagged.
It's going to the previous day low too.
Yeah, look how great this analysis is.
Previous day low is
Mind
just
you, I
nice.
drew this level when we were over here. I drew this level. Yep. I'm just happy to get a piece of it. Erica hit TP. Let's go, Erica. Congrats.
You know how sometimes people like, how do you feel about when you say sticking to one strategy versus having several playbooks for different market conditions?
Sticking to one strategy. Yeah, your playbook is your strategy. The thing
Right. So
is
what about having different ones for different
different ones
market
is like
conditions?
going to like different people. So like somebody will say, "Oh, here's Trader A on YouTube. Let me do their strategy." And then 2 weeks later, "Oh, let me check out Trader B on YouTube and try their strategy." And then
Okay.
they start implementing both of them together. So yeah, and then they go to Trader C on YouTube. "Oh, let me try that strategy." So it's like just stick to one for a little bit and see how it flows with you. If it's not flowing, nothing's kind of coming to, okay, then maybe you may try something else, but you got to give it a chance. And
That's
then you
how it
add
went
to your
for me.
playbook. You know, you can still learn from Trader B, even though you learned from Trader A. Maybe Trader B may show you something where you're like, oh, let me add that to my playbook and see if it works with my strategy. See, the thing is people switch entirely instead of seeing if it works with what they got working.
I agree.
You know, it's just like in basketball. Like, there's so many different types of crossovers and dribble combinations, but which you can learn from all types of players. But you got to see like what's your flavor. Like, what are you good at doing? You know, because you can learn combinations from all types of players, but not all of them are going to fit your style of play.
Definitely, because there are some trading styles that they just did not resonate with me. They just didn't. What resonated with me is I finally got off the indicators. the the indicators that I would say
Mm-hmm. I like the EMA on the 1 minute because
Yeah.
when we're trending, I can see it. You know, I like earlier I held my trade because all we did was retest the EMA. You know, you can see it, test it in this trend. So I like it on the 1
EMAs
minute.
I do like. When I say indicators, I mean like some of the indicators that have to have all these different configurations to it, and it may be here and it may not be there, but I tend to try to stick to the indicator that is on all platforms, like how you have it on Tradeovate, the EMA. So
Mm-hmm. Don't mind me, chat. I was leaning on my leg the wrong way. You know how you sit the wrong way? I have to stand up. My dog is
I
looking at me
forget
a
how
lot.
early it is in the morning for you when you start trading.
What do you do in the morning?
No, I said I forget how early in the morning it is for you when you start.
Oh yeah. Yeah, start early. We start before 6. Yeah. Start at 5:30. Wow, we haven't touched that level yet. Hesitating. Come on now. Should touch it.
Oh, the other thing that I'm working on is trying to get more of a risk to reward instead of like 1 to 2. Trying to move my stop down at swing points, get better at that, and just being okay with giving back some profit, just if it does stop me out. But if I don't practice it, then I'll never be in a runner like this.
Now that makes sense. I feel like my struggle this year has been stop losses. I keep saying I gotta accept it, but I gotta accept some of these big stop losses. All these tight stop
You mean bigger?
losses.
You mean like wider stop losses?
Yeah, I'm so used to trying to get in a nice small stop loss. But even today, I did the 60-point stop loss. I felt like it was needed. So I guess just accepting that.
What I started doing was I'll have a wider stop loss just in case the market be trying to mess with us. I'll have a wider stop loss, but I have a mental stop loss in my brain. Like, okay, I'll have like my drawing tool up and I have an alert there. Okay, if it hits this stop loss, this would have really been my stop loss. So I'm just going to close the trade out. So I have been getting better at that.
Okay. It sounds like a plan that works, honestly. Yeah, I'm looking at this. We could have re-entered here at 11 o'clock. We got a beautiful closure inside this level. Beautiful retest. And the thing about this retest is it's the 1 hour wick on top of the new candle after we close in here. Very, very strong confirmations here. Stop loss above for 43 points. We probably would have took our money here. Another $500 trade. That wouldn't be too bad. Dang, chat, we missed opportunity. That's okay. It's all right. I was watching it. I guess technically we didn't miss it. But we're in watch mode here. Who's done trading for today? Let me know in the chat. Are you done trading for the day? Or are
I'm
we?
done. I'm just hanging out and working
You're
at the
good?
same time.
I think I'm good too. I mean, I'm pretty much.
Matter of fact, I'm
chilling
locking
here.
myself out of this platform for the rest of the day.
There you go, a lockout. It's always good. You see, we made 845. If we get 10 more trades like this, we pass. We just started today. Yeah, Nas, give us 10 more. 10 more. Just watching today. Awesome. Okay. Just watching. Okay. Well, I can't get into my Twitter because I'm locked out until they get back to me on that, fortunately. But I do got some trading psychology for everyone, so I think we're gonna do that. Let's see if I can. Just give me a second to pull it up. All right, Bridget, I'm gonna head off of this mic. Thank you so much for joining and chatting with me.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good rest of the day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, chat. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have you guys vote on what to do. Let's see. Maybe I'll give you guys two options. Let's see. Do you want to do nature versus nurture article? Or do you want to do 5 uncomfortable truths about trading? So nature versus nurture, put in the chat, or just put a 5 in the chat if you want to do 5 uncomfortable truths about trading. Ready, set, go. Nature versus nurture, or 5 uncomfortable truths about trading. Which article? Both sound pretty good, huh? Oh wow, we're tied. Okay, 5s are winning so far. I think it's a clear winner. 5, okay. Here we go. 5 uncomfortable truths about trading. It says, are you still on track to meet your trading goals? Are your trading systems living back and forward testing potential? I'm sorry, living up to their potential. If you feel frustrated over your performance, don't worry. It may be that you're forgetting a few basic truths about trading. Let's give you a reality check. Number 1, it takes money to make money. You guys may want to write these down. These are pretty good. While a lot of traders have been successful from starting small, they've also had to deal with some pitfalls involved with trading small accounts. Trading with oversized, over-leveraged positions can create a margin call. Right? So we talk about this. When you're trading with a smaller account, you're going to over leverage your position oversized because you're going to quickly realize ain't no money. Right? This is why we have prop firms where you can leverage your money to make a lot more. Right? All right. Traders get more invested in their P&L when they have smaller accounts. Okay? They start to invest money that they cannot afford to lose. Don't get me wrong, of course you can start trading with a small amount of money. However, traders do tend to over leverage and blow those accounts. Do not expect to earn hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars with your $100 investment. So yeah, chat, again, this is why we have the prop firms now, right? You put 20K in an account, you're only risking 200 to 300 per trade. Most people cannot put 20K in an account of their own cash, right? So luckily with the prop firms, you can invest $50 for 50K or $100 for 50K, and you can risk $200 to $300, right? You can act like you have your own personal 20K account for a $50 investment, or I'm sorry, for a $100 investment, right? That's a hell of a deal, right? But your skill set has to follow. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get a 1 in the chat. Feel what I'm saying? Number 2, you have to be where the action is. One of the more common trading advice is to maximize on your opportunity. The time of the day is pretty important. Your strategy as a newbie, you want to figure out what is a good time of day for you to trade. Very true, very true. If you are serious about your trading skills and developing confidence, then you probably want to look into trading London and New York sessions and see where you fit in. Asian session can be a bit slower, and you guys know this, right? You guys know this. However, I do tell you guys, Those of you who are very distracted at your jobs in the morning and you're very busy, then I know that you can't really trade New York session because you can't put your full-time attention on it, right? So I completely understand that. And in those situations, I recommend Asian session for you. Or, I don't know if you guys remember Karain. Karain's one of our members. He, after a year, he ended up switching shifts at his job so that he could trade New York session. He started taking it more serious. Karain's the one that got a $6,000 payout from Topstep. One of our members here. So, yeah, I mean, you can, you know, you got to think about it. You got to have that confidence. If you're going to take this serious and you're like, I'm doing this thing, put yourself in that position. If you're able to switch shifts so you can trade New York session and be on your computer and be here on stream, it's going to put you in a really great spot, right? Because now you can really focus and concentrate. But if you're at work and you got to keep getting up and doing all these things to where you can't focus on the charts, it's going to be tough. It'll be real tough for you. All right. Next. Number 3, you're going to be wrong a lot in all caps. I'm going to say that one more time. You are going to be wrong a lot. As a day trader, you are accepting that you are going to be losing for the rest of your life. Now, not losing overall, of course, chat, but we take losses, chat. That is a part of day trading. If somebody is making fun of you for taking a loss, it's because they simply cannot handle the losses that they take. If somebody is trying to make you feel like you're not successful or that you're not making progress, you know, anything of that nature, it's coming from somebody who's insecure about their own personal trading performance. Remember that. We triggered a lot of people. See, the number jumped from 109 to 90. We triggered a lot of people, and that's okay. That's just the reality. That's the reality, chat. Anyway, the truth is the truth. So just accept that you will lose, and it's okay, right? Because you're building a system. You're building a system of increasing your accuracy, and the goal is to lose as less as possible, right? You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. It says there's no single system that can make you profitable 100% of the time. If you see somebody or an influencer online saying that, then it is a red flag. You guys know that though, right? I'm sure you guys know that. Okay. So it says, how do you stay profitable even when you're wrong? That has to do with your win rate and your R2R. And we did a whole segment on that this morning, so I'm not going to get into it. Fair enough. All right, number 4, there's no holy grail in trading. Stop looking for the holy grail. Stop looking for the 100% right all the time. There's no holy grail indicator. There's no holy grail method. There's no holy grail strategy. There's no holy grail system. There's you. You can have the greatest strategy in the world and still fail at trading because you need to work on your own personal discipline, your own personal mindset. It says, now write that on a t-shirt. Just because there's no holy grail doesn't mean you can't be profitable. What it means is you need to get in where you fit in. There are many traders that trade full time, but they don't have the highest win rate. There's also many traders who trade full time and they have a low win rate. You need to figure out what is your edge in this market. Dang, that was beautifully written, chat. What's your edge in this market, chat? Some of you are great at getting good R2Rs. Some of you are great at getting small R2Rs. You need to figure out where you fit, because trading is a spectrum, right? With trading, there's no one way to be successful in it. There's so many different ways. And I think this is why people are struggling with being profitable, because they're like, this is the only way. This is how this person did it. I got to do what they're doing and it's not working for me. And you get frustrated, but it's like, maybe you're following someone and their method works for them, but the method may not work for you. It's just like sports, chat. Not everybody plays golf. It's not for everybody. Not everybody plays basketball. Not everybody plays baseball. Not everybody plays volleyball. You got to get in where you fit in. What sport fits you? You can't just get into trading and say, oh, I've been following this person. They're going to be my mentor and they play golf, and the golf ain't working. If the golf ain't golfing, switch sports. Try soccer. For all you know, you're just a natural at soccer. You may be a natural at tennis, but because you're so stuck on the ideology that this is the only way, you're holding yourself back. So just remember, in trading, it's very dynamic. You got to get in where you fit in. It's an individual thing. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Let me get a 3 in the chat if you got that. Let me get a 3 in the chat if you get it. And this is the last one. Number 5 says trading is not for everyone. There's a reason why 95% of traders fail. A lot of people get into it and they start gambling. They start treating it like a casino. The majority of people that get into trading are looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, which will never work. That's true. That's why there's a high percentage of failing traders, because a lot of people are doing that. But then you got the other half who are the blind following the blind, right? You see it on the internet. The realest people when it comes to trading typically have the least amount of views. The fake traders have the most views. The engagement traders, the fake lifestyle traders have the most views. I give an example. Trades by Matt, phenomenal trader, amazing trader. He was number 2 on the Robbins Cup. He's shown his profits, he's shown his withdrawals, he's shown his strategy, he's shown everything. And even with being number 2 on the Robbins Cup, with a regulated broker, people still don't care. Compare his views to somebody else. People still don't care, right? So you can have all the stats in the world to show people, hey, I do this professionally. Hey, I live trade. Hey, I mean, y'all been seeing me do this for over 5 years on YouTube. But people will still follow the blind. And the reason for that is because people have broken mindsets. You know, people have broken mindsets. I tell you all the time, you must change the way you think to get to where you want to go. If you're thinking a certain way, all the decisions you're making are correlating to your failure, right? But when you upgrade your mindset, you can think in a way where this thing froze again. Oh my goodness. Okay, chat, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I'm getting annoyed with OBS. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set up the stream on Streamlabs so that tomorrow when I stream, it'll be on Streamlabs. Okay? I don't know what the heck OBS got going on, but I think I'm gonna stream on Streamlabs tomorrow. We cool with that? I don't want this to keep cutting out, because now it's getting annoying. All right, so we're gonna end the stream here. I want to thank everybody for coming to the streams. Thank you for smashing the like button, y'all. We had an amazing trade today. Beautiful trade. We gave you the plan for August. We went through a lot today. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. If you are a Elite member, I will see you tonight. Everybody else, enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to smile, be positive. And I'm out. Thank you so much, y'all. I really appreciate you coming to the streams.